So the great evidence purge, it is in full effect. And you know what? I can't keep myself from laughing. Why? Because people that are associated with that nameless party, people that have helped put together narratives, they think they can go in, they think they can remove anything. And you know what? Instagram posts are not evidence. No lawyer or judge thinks they are, so sit down. Sit down indeed. Can you smell that desperation they're cooking up? Yeah, that is my favorite kind. So hey there to all you wonderful folks, by the way. I hope your afternoons are going splendidly. But more than that, I hope that 2021, it is indeed finding you kindly. Now, we're talking about these folks too. These people are important. Why are they important? Because they fueled certain narratives. Narratives about incidents, and I'll show you what those look like. But before that, I want to show you the Great Purge in action. So this first person that we'll be talking about in this great purge of ours is one I.O. Tillett Wright. Now, I.O. Tillett Wright, they love social media. They love writing articles and on talking about their good buddies. And they have amassed quite a few posts on Instagram with 1,166 posts here. Oh, wait, my bad. I must have gotten that one wrong. Maybe I had something like, I don't know, evidence in my eye. And yeah, those posts, there are only 868 of them. What's that? Oh, my bad. I must have gotten it wrong again. Maybe it was the color filter that I had on. Here we have 314 posts. Totally my bad. Wait, what's that? I still don't have it right? Oh yeah, let me go look this up myself then. Oh man, look at this, 83 posts now. 83 posts and counting. Now, if this were a game of singularities, meaning that this was the only account that was doing anything, I would find it highly suspect with everything that's going on. But at the same time, people like myself remove posts. I remove them all the time so people don't flag them down. So it would be hypocritical just to point the finger and say, yeah, that one person out there, that means something. When other people are doing this as well, though, you start wondering. You start wondering indeed. This is Raquel Pennington, another good friend, another person that is connected with quite a few narratives. And you notice here, they had 1,529 posts. Now, as far as that account goes, that account went dark, meaning that account went offline. And I find that to be interesting because their shop was associated with it. Then again, maybe they went offline because their shop was associated with it and they didn't like all the negativity therein. If you search for that person, though, this comes up. Some people are saying that this is the same account. I don't actually know that. I don't know exactly how Instagram works. I do have an Instagram, but I don't use it that often. But when you search, you'll have two hits here. Now, you'll notice, though, this name is different. It has a line after the name when you search it. So again, either that account decided to go offline because of the fun times out there, or it's come back and it's decided not to bring that much with it. Now, interestingly enough, this account here too, this account actually went offline for a while, and people have been finding interesting things because of this account. This, by the way, is the nameless person's sister. I've taken a couple of letters off of the end of it there. I removed an ARD, thank you, platform. But yeah, it's interesting. Like I say, they disappear. Certain things disappear, and the reason they think that's A-okay, well, let's look at one of those conversations this person apparently agrees with. Now, during all of this deletion, we were just finding out about the reality of all of that charity money. Yeah, two of those parties decided to interact with someone else, one of them directly commenting, another one liking this post, and it tells you what they really know about law, which is a whole lot of nothing. Now, I'm going to say with this too, do not interact with these people. I'm going to read this off because it's out there. I find it interesting. It tells about a mindset, but these people, they just call this bullying. They call it harassment. They're going to frame it a particular way. So look at what they do. Watch what they do out there. Report what they do, but do not directly interact. That said, let's look at this. And that's not a shot at this person at all, by the way. I find this to be very telling, like I said. So this person, they start off with an I.O. Tillett. By the way, deleting evidence is a crime. Your time's up. And I.O. says, I have great compassion for the limits of your understanding, but I don't have compassion for your use of social media to take your misplaced rage out on total strangers. You don't know Whitney. You don't know that nameless person. You don't know Hunter or me. Now, this stuff here, this always kills me when I hear this. You don't know the case. You don't know the facts. You don't know the evidence. You don't know all of that stuff, even though we have tons of legal documentation. We've seen this play out in public. We have all the pictures and on. We don't know what's going on. I think we probably know this case better than many of these people involved. P.S. This is my favorite part of this post, by the way. Instagram posts are not evidence. Instagram posts are not evidence, indeed. No lawyer or judge thinks that, so sit down. We'll talk about that in just a second. You are entitled to your opinions about celebrities, but what makes you a hideous human being is coming on to her witnesses' social media accounts to say hateful things to other witnesses when you don't and could never know the facts of a legal case. Get a grip on your celebrity obsession and keep your opinions to yourself about things you know nothing about. Now, not only did somebody capture that, props to you, by the way. If I knew exactly who you were, I'd give you props in the video. Don't know who it was, but props to you. Appreciate you doing that. Good laugh there. But they also captured the likes. If you scroll down through the likes, you'll find something fascinating in that too. You'll find that a certain nameless party sister, I've redacted part of that name again, makes it fit up, but yeah, they liked on that too. Isn't that interesting? All of these people, they agree not only with that sentiment, but they think that Instagram posts are not evidence. Now, what's absolutely stunning about that level of misinformation is you can go in, you can key this into your search engine. Can Instagram posts be used in court? And you'll find something like this come up. And I'm going to read this really quickly, but I want to hit these two paragraphs here. Instagram is a popular social media platform that allows users to upload pictures, post comments, even promote their businesses. While it's not quite reached the ranks of Facebook and social media world, it has made plenty of progress over the years, becoming the second most popular platform in the United States. With its rising popularity, notice this here, it should come as no surprise, maybe it does to certain people, that Instagram posts have been ided at evidence in various court cases throughout the country. Because many Instagram posts are public, they can be easily admitted in evidence in a court of law. This is what you have to prove. You have to prove the authenticity of the posts, so you got to prove that they're verified. You have to prove that the party involved is the owner of the account, and if that information isn't verified, well, you're going to get pushback, and I think that's what they're hoping for. If the stuff comes up, they can say, well, look at my account here. It's not there. It causes legal hurdles when you do that, but you know what? Those are easily overtaken. Now, Adam Waldman has been on the posting warpath lately, and maybe, just maybe, some of the things he's been talking about, that associate with charity. Maybe that's why these folks are taking things down. But you know what? Some of the things that he's put up, they go beyond misinformation. They go to disinformation and beyond. I mean, if you look at this post here, for example, you notice this is the same post here, but you notice the geotag is different. This geotag causes a lot of problems for I.O. Tillett Wright, too. Why? Because this person supposedly was around an Incident 13 until they couldn't be around an Incident 13. Why? Again, because their geotag was wrong. They were in New York. They weren't in California. Now, I.O. is actually admitted to deleting posts regarding Incident 13 and 14 before, too. You can see it in posts like this. No, ma'am, I deleted them, talking about the post there, because people like you, who wouldn't know a fact if it hit them in the face, are exhausting. I wasn't even in L.A. when Poopgate occurred, as evidenced by the fact that when she called me so that he could talk to me about it, I was in New York City. That, my dear, is a fact that is not soon to be revealed in court papers. That is a fact long ago revealed in court papers. You know, geotags and deletions. Isn't that interesting? Now, Adam Waldman's posts talk about other things that I.O. Tillett Wright has been involved in, as discussed with the media, posted about, and all kinds of things. And yeah, you can see how that narrative went. I.O. Tillett Wright opens up about JD's demons and how that certain nameless party lost money in divorce. That's right. You know why they lost money? Because they gave it a wall to charity. Of course they did, right? Except they didn't. The author has been interviewed by the Sunday Times magazine about his year living with the couple before their divorce row. Now, the narrative literally went that nameless party was awarded $7 million, but donated that money to the ACLU for, let's just say, DV and the Children's Hospital of LA, and Io said that she actually ended up out of pocket after the divorce. That was the narrative they testified to, and it actually impacted what went on in a courtroom. You could see this influence drafted into the court's decision, too. You see their names brought up. They're called great witnesses and on. Even though when you go in and you start looking at things, you start looking at the narratives they've promoted, those narratives, they fall apart. They fall apart very, very easily. And when you think about these narratives, too, I want you to think about the impact that an Io Tillett, right, that a Raquel Pennington have, because they added validity to specific incidents, namely Incident 14. Incident 14, if you don't know about it, that's the last incident. That's the one where they say in May 2016, Io Tillett Wright was on a phone, heard every single thing that happened. You have Raquel Pennington saying, hey, I was there. Even though they give conflicting testimony already, that was somehow, in some way, magically upheld. When you start looking, though, you start really picking at the threads, those things, they fall apart. And you know what? These people, they've already deleted stuff like I've shown you. When you have narratives, though, I mean basic narratives like, hey, we gave away $7 million here, they start falling apart. People, they've got to worry, because they're not only spinning fiction, but when they've been spinning this fiction, what about culpability? What about liability? What if this stuff, it comes for them? So maybe they need to go in and maybe they need to shut down. But then again, these folks, they're addicted to social media, and they'll tell you you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You don't know a thing about it. I mean, the desperation, it is definitely real. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff, and as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. You empower this stuff. Without you, it doesn't work. Also, if you want to check out the things that help the channel beyond just showing up, you have links in the description. PayPal, Patreon, merchandise, all kinds of stuff, including our comic book.